Hello guys and welcome to the new video of your Python and API development course. So in this video, we will be adding two more features to our app and we will be finalizing our app. So what are these two features? First feature would be to count number of clicks on the URL and second feature is to generate a QR code for that URL. So what is the first thing? First thing is to calculate the number of clicks. So whenever I am making a special URL for me or a customized URL for me, I can also track that how many clicks are there on that particular URL. So that's what we are going to do here. We'll be going to implement to store in the database that how many clicks are there. So if you presently look at our database, it stores two things, special key and URL. Now what I can do is I can store one more thing in it, which is click. So whenever I am adding a database document to the database, what I can do here is I can write clicks as 0 because right now it's added, so it has 0 click. So I can implement in this insert URL, I can change the value of this doc variable and add a clicks also here, right? And also add a comma because now this isn't the end of the dictionary. So I can implement clicks equals to 0 here, and what I can do is whenever any time a URL is fetched, what I can do here is I can write if a URL is fetched, that means it's clicked once. So I need to increment the value of this clicks by 1. So I can write here self dot db dot update 1. Okay, now I need a filter here. So this filter would be same as this because we want to update the same document. So we will write this, and now I need to increment here. So if I need to increment here, what I can write here is a query which will increment or which will tell MongoDB to increment the value of this clicks field clicks by 1. So what I have done here in this update 1 function asks for a filter that it is used to search the document. So I have provided the same filter as I have provided in find one, which is this particular special key to special key. So it will find the document which will contain this special key as the value of the special key. Now I need to provide a query to update. So what I am doing is I am providing a query to update is like this, that if there is a dollar sign, this means that MongoDB needs to perform any function in the updation. So what it is updating, it is incrementing, INC will increment the value of clicks by 1. Okay, so that's how I have implemented this fetch URL. Now I think it should work. So what I can do here is I can first go to my database and I can clear this. So to clear this, what I can do is I can drop the collection in the bin, and I need to write it again. So I wrote it and now I have dropped the collection. It will be made on its own again. Right now you can see that there is no URL shortener, but okay, so my project is saved. What I can do here is localhost slash docs. I can go here, I can add a URL. I can try it out. I can write a special key as KDP and URL as http colon 9ai.in, and then I can say execute this. So it has given me a shortened URL. If I go to my database and refresh this, you can see a URL shortener has been again made, a URLs collection is also made, and you can see here that the clicks are added. Now right now there are 0 clicks. If I use this URL and if I access this URL once, you can see it is redirecting me to the 9ai page. Now if I go to my database and refresh this, you can see that 1 click is there. Now if I again try to access this, you can see that there are 2 clicks. So that's how we can count the clicks. Now I need to show this to the user. So I need to implement another endpoint which will show the basic how many clicks are there. So that would be a get URL. So app.get. What I need here is a URL. So I will write count. Okay. Now count, what I need to count is the special key. So I can write special key. Okay. As the query parameter. Okay. Now what I can say here is press enter, async define count clicks, and then what I can ask here is for a special key which is of type string. I have implemented a query parameter, and then I can say here is return URL object dot count count. Okay, and I can provide it with a special key. Now I need to implement this count function in my URL object or this database URLs class. So I can write here is define count. It will take a self and it will take a special key. What it will do is, again, this type of thing it will do. So I can copy this, paste this here, and it is not updating anything. It will return the clicks of this particular document, and if it cannot find, then it will return 0, because then there would be 0 clicks, right? So I can save this, I can go here, everything is implemented. I can again save this. Let's save this. Watch file detected changes. Let's wait for the server to restart again. Application startup complete. Let's go to our Swagger UI, refresh this. I need to count the clicks on KDP, right? So I will go here, I'll try it out, I'll put the special key as KDP, and I will execute this, and here I'm getting 2 clicks. Okay, so we have implemented the functionality to count number of clicks on our URL or on our customized URL. Now what I can do here is, now I need to implement a QR code. Okay, so to make a QR code, I can just go here and write QR code generation using Python, right? I'll get a code. Why do again and again same thing if anyone has done it for you? But the thing is, you need to understand the code, so I'll guide you through the code. So it's saying to install 2 dependency, PyQR code and PyPNG. So we will first install this. We will close our or shut down our server. Then we will first install this PyQR code. I guess it's already installed in my virtual environment, but not on yours. So you need to first run pip install QR code or PyQR code. So let it run. Then what you need to run is pip install PyPNG. Okay, so it's saying requirement already satisfied, but not for you. So you need to run both of these pip install codes or commands. Now I have, let's see what is, so it's very short function, right? Because we are using this modules. So I'll just copy this into another file to make our code modular, which would be QR code and if I paste this here, now I'll see that what I need basically. So I don't need this import statement, I don't need this, I need this, I don't need svj file, I only need png file. So I need basically these two commands, but now I need to implement in class function, like in a modular form or in a object oriented form, so that I can import it to the main.py. So I'll write here class, let's name our class QR code, and then let's define a init for this. So it will not take anything basically, right? It will not take anything in initialization. What we will do is we will define a function, define make QR. Okay, make QR, and this will take a self and a URL whose, and let's give it a special key so that we can identify that which file it is saved on. So we'll give a special key also up as a parameter with pass, and then we will take these two quotes inside our define function, right? And now what we can say here is this s is for URL, so I will change it with URL. Okay. So it needs by QR code. I removed the import statement that was needed, so I need by QR code here. So I don't need this statement, right? Yeah, I don't need this statement. Now I can say pyqrcode.create for this URL, and to save this, don't save it on myqr.png, rather than save it on, because we need a special name for this file so that we can return it to the server. So what will our special name be? Our name would be special key plus dot png. Okay, so like if special key is kdp, then it would be kdp.png, right? So this would be the path to our file, and it is a scale on how big it should be. Let's just make it 6 only. I can save this code. Now I can go to my main file. I can say I can import that. So from QR code, import QR code, and then I need to define the QR code object. So QR obj is equal to QR code. It doesn't need anything in its initialization. So now I need to basically implement a get function, which would be on the QR code slash, again this we need the special key, so I'll write special key so that we can generate the QR code for particular special key or particular URL. Async define make QR. I need a special key in it, so I'll write this, which would be a string. Again, same query parameter definition. Now what I can return here is, no, so I'll first make the URL or make the QR code. So QR object dot make QR, and it needs a URL, right? So what would be our URL? That would be base URL plus our special key, right? Special key, and so this will make the PNG file for us. Now we need to return this. So PNG file is a file type of return. So I need a file response. So I'll, in the fast API.response, I'll also import file response class, and I can return a file response. Now I need the path. So what would be our path? Our path would be special key plus dot png, this, right? So I'll paste this here. Special key, special. Make QR needs a QRL as well as a special key. So a special key also. I guess this will return it. Let's save this. Let's rerun our server and wait, application startup complete. Let's go here. Let's reload our URL or our basically localhost. Now I need a special key. So let's try this out. The special key is KDP. Let's execute this. And here I have a QR. So I'll scan this with my phone and I'll show you the screenshot that what it's basically saying. So let me just take a screenshot so that I can show you that what is the okay, yeah. So I got the screenshot. I'll show you guys. So now I guess you have looked on the URL and you are basically gone through with the main app. So this is our main app. This is all with all the functionality of counting the clicks, adding a URL, getting the URL, redirecting the URL, and even generating a QR code for the special URL. So this was our project. I hope you guys liked the project. I hope you guys understood the project. For any query, you can contact us directly. I hope you guys enjoyed. Till then, happy learning.